What's up guys, we're back in the shop and today we're getting the KTM running. Alright, we pretty much got this thing ready to go. Got the cooling system all in and wired, got the pipe on with the armadillo, got the motor in, suspension's done. Only thing left is to put the gas tank on and try and fire this thing. Alright, put the seat on so I don't rack my nuts on the frame. Why? Joke on. it runs.
Hell yeah.
It's always good when a brand new motor starts up on like 3 kicks. Alright, we're going to do the wheel bearings here. This is the front wheel. And the first thing you got to do is set it up on some blocks of wood so that you don't dink up the hub on the side. You just take a flat blade screwdriver and pop the seal out. And there's usually a snap ring on one side. Make sure you get that guy out, because otherwise you'll be fighting the snap ring trying to drive your bearing out. There's a snap ring. And then there's a sleeve inside here in the bearings. If you can press it over to one side with your finger, that works. This one I can't press over to the side with my finger, so I'm just going to knock it with a crappy old extension. There we go. So now I have a lip I can grab and knock the bearing out. There's that sleeve that goes to the middle I was talking about. And then there's the crappy bearing. And we're going to flip it over and knock the other bearing and the seal out all at once. And there's your seal for the speedo side. So I'm going to clean these guys up with a rag. Some of this doo-doo out of here. And then we're going to start with our snap ring side. I just got a bearing kit from All Balls. Alright, now I got a socket that just fits barely over the outside of the race. And you'll hear the sound change when you get it all the way in. And your snap ring, new wheel seal. Flip it over. Your spacer goes in. And your other wheel bearing. Again, you can hear the sound change on that when it goes all the way home. And then your last wheel seal, which covers up your speedo drive, which I'm not putting the speedo drive back in it because I'm not using a mechanical speedo. Next, I'll take a little bit of grease and just grease up my new wheel seal. Just like we did on the swing arm bearings. And just like we did on the steering head bearing, we're going to wipe off the excess so it doesn't collect dirt and poo-poo. And then my other wheel spacer. Okay, that's that. And then the back wheels, the same exact song and dance. Snap ring, 2 bearings, seals, put it back together. Get the front wheel on. Gotta add the rotor into the caliper. And it helps you kind of spread the caliper apart with a flathead screwdriver before you start. And then that goes out. So once you've done that, you got your axle in and this side's tight. In order to make sure that these forks aren't squeezed together or too far apart, you spin the front wheel and match the brake. You do that a couple times and it jogs the fork leg and puts it right where it needs to be. And then you can tighten it up. Alright, and now for the rear wheel. Same thing as before, if you spread your brake caliper apart, with a screwdriver before you get in here, it'll make your life a whole lot easier. Alright guys, that's it for this video. I took it for a real quick rip around the block and the rear brake's not working anymore. And I tried bleeding it and nothing's happening. So I'm going to order a rear brake master cylinder rebuild. And then the other thing is the jetting is way off. I don't know if the jetting is too rich or too lean, or I don't know. I got to tear the carburetor off to see what's inside it. But when you go wide open throttle, it feels like an XR200 with bad gas in it. So it's not going to work. But other than that, it's got new tires, new chain, new sprockets, new wheel bearings, new motor. In the next coming videos, I'll do the brake rebuild. I'm going to wire up the dual sport kit for the headlight and the tail light. And I'm going to put some graphics on it. I got a new seat cover and a new graphics set, so hopefully you guys like it. But we'll catch you on the next one.